this film?
Where do I start?
Where do you start?
I'm not sure what to say to that. I mean,
Was the Nigel character the original? Because we were talking in the last screen about. Was it? I forgot his name now.
Jackson Bernie.
Yeah, it was Julian Temple, wasn't it?
Was it? No, I didn't. Well,
Was
maybe
it based on Julian Temple? I mean, clearly Keith's playing David Putnam.
Yes.
Yes. No, it's definitely the Coca-Cola gag. Obviously, went straight over his head.
Yeah.
He just been David Putnam got fired by Coca-Cola, and he took over the
It was Columbia, wasn't it?
And at the time, it was very funny. Coca-Cola, so what?
But actually, though, there are people, I think, who have been in those kind of pitch meetings and heard those ridiculous things kind of quoted back at them. And it is all a bit too kind of disturbingly real in the bizarre sort of way. But just this whole idea of taking things as far as you could, the miners' strike, Al Pacino and Meryl Streep, just that idea, where did that idea kind of come from? Do you remember?
There was a line in Eat the Rich where we just, somebody was saying, how about Al Pacino's Arthur Scargill? It was just, I thought I'd rather make that than Eat the Rich.
Yes.
It was weird seeing it on the big screen, and I said it works so much better on the big screen, I think.
Well, it kind of ties into what we were saying in the previous session earlier this evening about the fact that you were making films. They were being financed for TV, but they were their films, and that comes across on this as well, doesn't it?
Yes, as a film, I think it comes across much better than it does on the big screen, which is why I love cinema so much.
And we were talking also, we were making Alexei blush, talking about his fine acting in a lot of the comic strip productions.
No, it's great.
This is a really strong forward, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that attracted me, I think, to that, was that I mean, very deliberately, I think, underplayed. Usually everybody else was being very big in that film, and
you just missed it.
And so I deliberately kind of very underplayed the character, really, which I think gave other people kind of scope to kind of strike sparks off. So I found that very thrilling myself to give that kind of fairly.
I guess that's unusual, isn't it? Because a lot of people who would employ you are expected to play large and light characters.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
I think this proves that actually you're capable of delivering something that's completely different.
I mean, it's loosely based on the two guys playing the miners, the guy with the sort of white hair.
There were two guys, friends of Keith, Paul, he was called Paul.
Paul, that's
and
right.
Ray, Paul and Ray were Welsh guys, and we auditioned Paul actually to play the part, but very quickly within minutes I realised he wasn't an actor.
Yeah.
So I said to Alexei, why don't you play Paul as
right,
I put the hair on you. Just
yeah.
And,
so that's it's kind of his look, isn't it, really?
Yes,
so,
that's right.
I mean, it's also an interesting sort of way that the film grew organically, in a sense that that character came from a friend of Keith's.
And Ray's very good in that opening scene.
Yeah.
I mean, you really think he's an actor.
Yeah.
He was excellent in that opening scene. Very real, And, I think I like seeing the whole group of the comic strip playing so many different parts. It felt like an ensemble.
When you were talking about healing comedies before, that kind of comes across about they're playing different roles and they're all in there in some shape or form, aren't they?
Yes, so there's always a comedy element to whatever they're doing. They always make something funny out of each character they do, because that's what they intend to do.
I mean, I think that's why. I mean, we had last night we had Red Nose and Coys, which is very much a sort of three-handers, and it's me, Aid, and Dawn. But I thought this was, in a way, I mean, in fact, anyone who isn't in it is Dawn, isn't it?
This one, Dawn's in this one a lot.
She's the producer of this deal.
Oh shit!
She's Verity, and she's also the woman in the witch in the pub,
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor she plays.
Yeah, my wife Linda's actually in it as well.
Obviously, she was so good in it, you hadn't realised it was Dawn because she was acting so good.
Yeah, she was so good.
That was what it was, wasn't it? And of course, at the end of the film, there's this thing where they say, "Oh, we're going to have John Bronson playing Ken Livingstone," which of course did go on to happen at some point.
It did, yes. It's very different
at that point
film.
that was a possibility, or was that just a pie in the sky?
No, we thought, then eventually later on we thought we would do it. It made it a very different kind of, it was Michael Winner film, that was much more
going to see if anybody else has a question at the moment. One thing I just wanted to ask, obviously Alexei, one of your jobs, obviously at the time particularly, is a sort of political stand-up comedian. And this obviously was actually pretty close to the miners' strike in terms of proximity. And it's still pretty raw. A lot of people, I imagine, a lot of communities fell out and were pretty torn apart this time.
Yeah.
But actually, the story you're telling is still an important one in a way, and in terms of the fact that the miners' strike, as I say, he lost it, but he was still with us. I don't know. Was there a kind of, was the part of you that sort of?
I think ultimately the film is more about the movie business.
It's about the mistreatment.
The miners' strike.
Yes, the way they twist truth around and take a historical moment and just change it completely. We've done it a couple of times.
Did Scargill ever come and?
That was my
we
next
took
question.
Scargill prize money from when this won prize money from
Montreux.
We got a 5,000 check. We took it to Arthur Scargill.
And did he speak to you about the film?
He spoke about the fact that there's young miners in Colombia now getting coal out of the ground because of the miners' strike. Some years later, I heard he got done for doing his apartment in London